And now we are live with another Tech Yes live stream on the news, the word on the street, and connecting you guys in the chat. Let's have a bit of fun here. If you're tuning in early, make sure you let us know in chat that you're here. It usually takes like a minute for this thing to sort of build up a little bit. But we got some fresh news coming in, and it doesn't spell well for the gamer, unfortunately. So we've had all sorts of news here. We've had news from the crypto miners are buying up all the GPUs, and then to make things worse, now we've got car manufacturers coming in as well. So this one is going to be a big live stream. So yeah, you guys are already joining in chat. You're quicker than the minute mark. Welcome. I could say welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome into the Tech Yes live stream. Come and join us. We got Elder Par in chat too. Everyone's here. Welcome back, guys. And don't worry, the used scene in the next 6 months is going to become very popular. Very popular. Do not fear. The used scene is going to save us and save our sanity in 2021. But let's talk about these news articles right here. We'll get into the first one here, and this is sort of immediate news because it's going to affect people immediately after the midnight launch. At least in Australia, it's midnight. I think it's about 9, 10, 11 hours away for you guys in the US. It's coming very soon. The NDA is going to lift on the 3060, and video cards already have an article here. This card is being basically around that 500 USD price. That's where it's getting listed at, and it was going to get listed at. And I mean, the 329 price, we're way past that. I mean, usually you'd expect, say, some of these custom models to come in at 350, 360, but I mean, this is where it's pushed it up. It's up to 500 bucks. And I mean, look, here's where it sucks, because all these other shortages point towards this being one of the few things you can buy. Like when we look at the 3060 Ti price, for example, that's going over double. So the fact that this is sort of representing that price demand from the crypto miners. Anymore, the crypto miners don't want to buy it. They'd rather go buy a 3060 Ti and get ripped off on that end, because then they've only got one GPU to put on their mining bench and make money instead of having to put two on to get the same amount of profit. But what we got right now is a 500 USD. And so it's like, just wait for my review tonight. I'll give you guys a bit of a guide. But I think this one's going to be a little bit more in stock, and it's going to come in a little bit more, like, you're not going to have to mortgage your home to get a 3060 pretty much, as opposed to some of the other cards out there. It was looking like mortgage housing prices when we looked at some of those GPUs and how much they are. So that's the first story. That is the first story from video cards. And it looks to be like, honestly, looking at this information and based on just the general demand out there in the world right now, I'm thinking this is pretty much spot on what you're going to see these cards coming in at, and whether people buy them or not. Yeah. So 329 on Newegg. Okay. So that'll be for the raffle system. If Newegg have it at 329, then I'm going to say to you guys, definitely get that. So thanks for you guys. This is why I love it when you guys join in on chat. So is it 329 on Newegg? And we can quickly pull that up right now. And we can check Newegg and see if they have it listed, or if they're going to have it listed for, or if anyone's got a link they can show us. RTX 3060. Okay, but maybe someone's pulled out the metadata from the site and it's like 329 or something. I mean, yeah, if you got a screenshot or something. But if you can get one for 329 from Newegg, I'd definitely jump on that. I'd jump in a raffle system for it, because at 329 it's going to be a good buy. I'll just tell you that. And here's the thing though. Speaking of big upticks, we got Nvidia's. This one was just come out on the press here. This one is they announced their financial results for the fourth quarter of 2020, and it's huge. Like this is nuts. Like what they expect as well in terms of revenue as well. So, man, wow. So this is like 5 billion, up 63% from last year. I mean, 2020 was a pretty solid year for them in quarter four. So that's basically the gist of this is Nvidia have skyrocketed in terms of their earnings and how much they're making. So I think all the tech companies as well. This is not just Nvidia. You're going to see AMD. I mean, Intel's revenue has been up as well. So AMD's revenue will be up. I guess the tech, if you're in the tech scene and you're selling products, you are in one position to clean up off this. And I mean, you got to wonder, like, when it comes back down to the average guy who's working and paying his taxes, how much of the tax dollar is going towards these tech companies? That's what I'd like to really know with all these stimuluses and stuff like that. So that's a bit of a funny one in the making. Kind of if anyone knew some answers there. Profits are up like 60%, and it's like, yeah, but stimulus is also up 50% as well on all your national debt. So it's pretty funny with that one. But we got to quickly interlude now. We got some quick sponsors, and then we'll get on to the news for you guys. If you want to get a coupon, use the coupon TYC BFTYC. You can get 30% off a Windows 10 Pro key, and that'll bring it down to $14 USD. I'm pretty sure. Okay, the music is up. Okay, cool. All right, I'll bring it down a smidge. We are live here. We are live. We're going live. We're real. We're real here. It's real. Get yourself $14. $14 Windows 10 Pro key. Go cop that. And this is one of the sponsors that's been consistent here at Tech City. They're not going to have a shortage of Windows. Well, actually, I think at one stage SCD keys did have a shortage of Windows 10 keys that they could sell. But and then the next sponsor we got here is the Wave 3 Elgato. This is the mic we use here on the live stream. Perfect. Really good if you just want to record audio, voice work. It's amazing. I love this thing. One of the best mics you can get out there. And not in terms of total voice quality, sure, but it's an amazing mic in terms of what you can do with it. So let's get back to the news now. The shortages, the big one, the shortages. This one's like, we've got the crypto miners coming in. They're still like, they're still doing their thing. They're still doing their thing, right? When we look at the price of crypto, even though it's dropped, which was good news, the price of Ethereum dropped in all this. We see here it went down from $2,500 down to like 2,000. That was good news. We need that to go down to like $1,000, maybe even $500. If that could happen, that's going to be a prayer answered to a lot of these crypto farms where we can get some cards for gamers. But we got here another sort of compounding factor that is coming into play, and it's from Samsung, and they believe the automotive chip shortage could impact phones now. So it's like, okay, Samsung's worried that all the car manufacturers now, like especially the Taiwanese government, they've put pressure on TSMC to prioritize car manufacturers with their nodes. So this is the big problem here, is that the nodes are already booked out. They're fully booked out. Like TSMC are just booked out. They have no, like they can't have any spare like allotments here. Like, okay, you guys, we've got some spare here. Just think, it's like they're literally playing musical chairs now with who can get these chips and get the wafers to make their products. And so the automotive industry is now going to barge in and go, yep, we want some of that. And so, of course, when they come in and barge people out, that means the gamer is like, I seriously, I tell you now, the gamer is coming dead last in like a lot of ways. And this is not just with the products, like when we talk about the retail products and stuff like that, in terms of they have their server products, they have their business grade products. They always get prioritized over retail. Retail like comes dead last already. So the fact that this is already happening and eating in, and now the car manufacturer's like, look, we need to get our chips too. So car demand, apparently they forecasted that car manufacturing was going to go down in 2020, but it's bounced back, and it's bounced back hard. So they need the demand there for these TSMC chips is there. So what this means is basically, yeah, gaming products. We could see even more shortages of GPUs. So that's basically the gist of this article. So yeah, I mean, Spuse, if you do it right, yeah, cars, servers, phones, gamers, yeah, pretty much. Gamers come last. And this is what we're starting to realize now. We didn't realize how bad it was until all the problems started compounding. So now the gamers are just realizing how, I guess, how much they get prioritized in the grand scheme of things. So this is the thing too, AMD. So, man, we got to get some good news. Has anyone got some good news in the comments? I'm just, like, we were just talking about article after article here. Has just been like, man, article after article here has just been like, one after the other, man. I've got to start focusing on. That's why I went to the used parts. Honestly, I went to the used parts, guys, because and I'm gonna focus more on the used parts because this is just like looking at all this news. It really makes me just. None of it's positive for gamers. None of it's positive for the stuff that we're passionate about. We're passionate about PC tech and building computers and benchmarking cards and benchmarking CPUs and graphics cards. And none of this is positive news, man. We got to get some positive news. Like, let's just start looking. Like, after we're done with the articles, if you guys have specific requests, we'll get onto those. But we're gonna start looking for some used parts just live. So, whew. And I mean, hey, look. I'm going to say this, maybe the 14 nanometer Intel decision, maybe they had a crystal ball. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe we should change the topic of today's video to Intel has a crystal ball, realizes there's going to be shortages, keeps up 14 nanometer in mass production to alleviate the problem. So yeah, you'll just start seeing some of these older nodes just being like, yep, let's start ramping up production again. So that's this one, unfortunately, we'll get over this news though. So basically the TSMC prioritizing the chips for cars. This is real. They're saying shortages on chips in general could last now until June. They forecasted until April, but what we saw with the RTX 3080, for example, that was forecasted to be in shelves in February, and then that's been pushed back to easily April now. So I think June, July is probably realistic when you start seeing some sort of normalcy back in tech and even gaming related products. But speaking of TSMC, I mean, we had this from last year. I mean, AMD, imagine AMD, I'm going to say this, would have been in a lot more of a shortage had TSMC Huawei not canceled their orders with TSMC. So basically, TSMC had massive orders with Huawei had massive orders with TSMC. They had to cancel those because of the US sanctions. And then that AMD pretty much, I think AMD took up a lot of that spare freed up space on the wafer production line. So that was one that came in. And so that was kind of a savior for AMD where they're already experiencing chip shortages. So that's pretty much it. That's the hot news, man. We got through that really quick. And we got a $2 dono as well. Thank you so much. We'll get back to the chat here. And we got $2. Hope you're doing all right, my dude. Peace. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's true. I'm going to tell you guys. You guys are like, Brian, you lost a little bit of weight. I did go on the scales. I lost about 3 or 4 kilo in the last 2 months. It was funny because my friend, I went over, haven't seen him for a few months. And he's like, dude, you lost some weight. I'm like, yeah, everyone's been saying I've been losing weight. I mean, feel good, feel efficient. It's like, I dropped down to like I was saying before, I dropped down to like an RTX 3080 down to a 3060 Ti. But you know, the 3060 Ti is kind of like that most efficient card, right? So I'm running at high efficiency right now. So I'm doing pretty good. But I think in general, like I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think in general, the whole consensus out there, like the whole feel out there is that no one knows what is going on in the world, you know, like what is really going on in the world. There is that thing in the back of your mind where it's like, what is going on right now? No one's got any answers. It's just like, here's a jab, bang, yep, everything's gonna be all right. It's like, well, is it? Because, you know, things don't look like it's gonna be all right. So let's be real. But anyway, let's get on to chat. If you guys have some hot pressing topics, we are gonna discuss with you guys right now. Now, do be careful. I'm gonna keep warning about this on live stream as well. Do be careful with scams. There's so many, like I'm getting reports of scams every single day almost coming in. Like, hey Brian, is this a scam? Is this a scam? And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the stuff out there looks like it's a scam. So be careful. If it's too good to be true, like I saw someone the other day selling a 5700 XT on Facebook Marketplace. And I didn't include it in the parts hunt because it just looked too sus. I messaged the guy, he's like, oh, yeah, come and have a look. Here's the address in bold caps letters. I'm like, oh man, I'll just PayPal you the money. You know, you send it down. He's like, no, bank deposit only. I'm like, okay, bank deposit only. Seems a little bit sus. So yeah, do be careful, guys. I'm going to say, do be careful about the scams. So we're going to hit another $5 donor. Thank you, Mr. Andrew Stewart. You're going to keep night shopping now for used parts. A big fan from Canada. Yeah, thanks. I'm definitely going to be starting off parts hunts at nighttime. Preferably on weekdays. It seems like you can get the best deals on a Monday or Tuesday. That's what I'm looking at when people just are generally probably hungover from the weekend. They're not looking much on the marketplaces. And then people are listing the stuff because they're home. They've just finished on the weekend. They're like, I got to get rid of some stuff. So I'm going to be sticking to like Monday and Tuesday now at nighttime. I really do like what happened this month. Like, honestly, I was blown away by, we got some really good deals. Like, when you look at that, and especially the guys in the States, I think you guys over in the US are having a worse time with graphics cards than we are in Australia. Like, you, for instance, you can still get, and I'll show you guys right now, you can still get I think you can still get a GTX like 37. I mean, you can still buy one, right? They're still in shelves. Wait, oh wow, okay, the price has gone up. See, I spoke to say like, I think we literally pulled this up on the last live stream. The price has gone up $200 though. You can still get a 3070. It's just the price has gone up $200. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Yeah, you want to get in 3060 Ti's, of course, being the miners' favorites. And we got a $10 donation here from Benjamin Ford. Thank you so much. Hey, Brian, I bought a HP Omen desktop RTX 3090 system. HP hasn't shipped it yet. I used Omen systems. Any good? I used Omen systems. I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean, generally, like, I wouldn't buy an Omen system, but I have seen, was it Dell that were doing like decent prices? I will check that out actually. I mean, it depends on the price, right? I mean, yeah, I haven't even tried. I think I've got one in the history of the channel, a used Omen system, one, and it was okay. Like, it's going to do the job fine. Just be careful. The biggest thing to be careful with pre-builts, any pre-built for that matter, is a single stick of memory. It is the worst enemy out there. If they'll just put a single stick of memory and they're untuned, and then people will be like, man, my HP Omen or whatever, my Dell desktop is not running right, and it's like, yeah, because you got untuned with single channel memory, and it really is affecting your performance. So I think it was Dell. Like, Dell was actually doing a decent deal on RTX 3070 based systems. I mean, I wasn't too sure. Like, they had some good sales going on. I mean, this isn't like, dude, I don't even work with Dell at all. Oh wait, no, that's terrible. 1650 Super. I mean, I did see it somewhere. There was a 3070 system. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Alienware, yeah. I mean, I don't even go into Alienware, really.
Well, Alienware is Dell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they own them, yeah. So that was pretty much that. So, oh, anyway, guys. Just like, this is the scary thing. Like, who knows, right? Who knows? Hit me with some questions. Please talk about the AMD USB issues that AMD admitted officially on Reddit. There's surprisingly little press coverage. Pressure for such a massive issue. Okay. AMD USB issues. This is the live stream, guys. You tell me the topic. I'm going to check it out straight away, especially if it's got to do with tech. So AMD investigating USB issues. Let's see what they said to that. So are we talking about USB ports cutting out? Because
if the GPU's in USB in Gen 4 mode, the USB ports don't work apparently.
What, all the USB ports?
Or just the USB 2 or something.
Okay. We got a $5. I will talk about this story right now. We'll just get over the donation from Joshua Young. Thank you so much for the 5, dude. US eBay Facebook Marketplace 3060 Ti's are 1,000 to 1,200 USD. Oh man, that is bad. And it's bad with scams. Yeah. Oh guys, like look, let's just stick to used PC parts from going forward. I mean, I got the 3060 review coming out tonight for you guys. But every time we're talking about new parts, it just seems like it's just, you know, and this is the thing, the more you talk about, and I'm gonna tell you guys, the more you talk about these negative issues, the more it's gonna, like, trust me, if you eat bad food all the time, your body's not gonna get energy and all that. If you just talk about bad stuff all the time, it's just gonna get in your mind and it's gonna make you negative. So let's try to just stick to the positive stuff. Where for me, the only positive avenue is like literally used parts right now. That's what I picked. I did that parts hunt as sort of like, it was so refreshing to do that. And I was just like, man, I can't wait, because we had just finished cutting the RTX 3060 review. And I was like, man, I need to go out and get these used parts hunts, because we just finished doing the review and it's like kind of like news flash. It's not like the greatest news ever. Like, it's like, wow, look at the situation right now. So yeah, that one's yeah, we'll try like, damn. Anyway, Malcolm Fogarty, $5 donation. Thank you so much. Hey Brian, what would be a good price for a used 1070 Ti? At the moment, 300 Aussie dollars. 350 is probably what you realistically can expect to get one for. Yeah, I've seen them go as high as 450 as well. So if you can get one in USD terms, even for like from judging from those prices I've just seen before, 250 USD would be great. But again, I don't know the US market right now. And from what I've seen with the US market, it is really bad. So I've actually just got to read this story as well because I haven't been made aware of it. Sorry guys. So AMD is aware of the reports that a small number of users are experiencing intermediate USB connectivity problems with 500 series chipsets. We have analyzed the cause and at this time would like to ask the community for assistance with a small selection of additional hardware configurations in the next few days. Some /AMD users may be contacted directly by AMD through Reddit's PM system with a request for more information. Now, if something doesn't work properly, so you guys are giving it to us in the comments as well. For me, it's the USB 2 ports dropping out when PCIe 4 is enabled for the GPU. That seems to be the most common issue, but it's not the only one. USB is unstable in general. Okay, so that's generally what USB is off the chipset, but the USB 2 then, USB 2 would be off the chipset, wouldn't it? Well, USB, can you pull up a diagram for the AMD CPU quickly? Where like the USBs are running off the direct CPU. I think they are off Ryzen. Are they? Man, like yeah, I got to jog my memory again. Let's have a look. See if we can sort of like live stream here. Just look at what the problem could actually be and where it lies. Try and pull up the. Okay, so it's the USB ports are going through the chipset.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try and even pull that up. So.
I'm not sure which, like if it's some off CPU, some off chipset.
Okay.
But I know at least some of them are off chipset from what I'm reading.
Okay. So this is the thing about it, like, okay, USB Gen 2 is going through this. So 4 USB Gen 2 is going through the CPU, 8 USB. So we need more data here. Is it the ones off the chipset? So here we go right now. So $5 donate from DataQ. Thank you so much too. Ever considered a track day with your Ring Stinger? Keep up the bargain hunts, dude. Yeah, that's the $5 Aussie. I noticed the Aussie there. I noticed the Ring Sting. The Stinger and a Ring Stinger, man. We had the jalapenos on the pizzas the other night. That was a Ring Sting. But thanks for the $5 donation. I will, once I get around to it, I do want to take the Stinger out on the track. That'd be awesome. I love the Sting, man. Sting is an amazing car. I think that car alone put Kia on the map. That car alone was just absolutely phenomenal. But okay, so we got the problem here. Let's pull up this diagram from good old Gamers Nexus. Oh yeah, that'd be right. GN has like the full breakdown of everything, of course. So we've got USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports going through the chipset, the X570 chipset. So this is X570, it's X570 related, and we've got now 12 USB ports potentially going through the X570 chipset. And then we've got 4 USB 3.2 Gen 2s going through the CPU. So if we can identify where the problem lies, is it with the ports on the chipset or with the CPU, then you can say, okay, it's a CPU problem or it's a chipset problem.
Well,
and then
if it's only with a Gen 4 GPU, then it could also be.
Well, it runs.
Allocating the bandwidth correctly.
Well, the Gen 4 runs off the CPU, so inclined to say it's probably the CPU issue rather than the motherboard issue. Like, but it doesn't work on. That's what I mean. Then we do. Does it?
Be a blast issue.
But does it do it on?
Dedicated lanes, but it's like allocating it.
But does it do on B550? That's what I was gonna say. So you need to start doing like you need to get down to this and do some real heavy testing. So find someone who has the issue, and then get the CPU that they actually have. Make sure it's not a faulty CPU. Here's the funny thing: I've had a faulty AMD CPU come through here.
Lots of people have.
Yeah.
According to Power GPU.
Well, the Power GPU thing's sort of the sample size isn't big enough.
Wasn't it over 100?
It was over 100. I mean, it depends. I got to talk to him more as well because I do follow. So Power GPU did put out a tweet, but he later retracted it, and he had a heap of faulty CPUs he was saying was dead on arrival. But then I've got to talk to him more because there was articles saying it was with 4 sticks of memory, so the 2666 megahertz speeds are the official limit on 4 sticks. So it might have been that rather than the actual faulty CPU itself, which is fair enough. Like AMD do only guarantee their CPUs up to certain memory speeds. Same with Intel. If you read the fine print, even though they do print on the box 3200 megahertz supported. That's actually only for 2 sticks of memory. So that's what's going on there. So there's the faulty CPU thing. I have had a faulty Ryzen 3 3100 come through, and the USB ports. Here's the funny thing: I think it was the USB ports, and the PCIe Gen 4 wasn't working properly. That's right. PCIe Gen 4 was faulty on the CPU.
Or would it be like a...
No, because I put a graphics card through the chipset and it worked. It was just much lower performance. Yeah, so that worked. So that's why I like to test that. So I've had a CPU with a faulty PCIe Gen 4. So what it could be, I mean, I'd love to test this out though, because after that, I haven't really had any issues. I have had USB ports like drop out occasionally, and that has happened on like an X570 test bench, but it's not a big deal. You just plug the mouse back in or something like that. So, and so they're saying, well, it's only if PCIe 4.0 is enabled. So then perhaps it's a voltage issue as well. So that's what I mean. It could be a voltage issue with the SoC or something like that. So again, you'd have to then give the actual faulty, well, I mean, yeah, technically it's faulty hardware, right? If your USB ports are cutting out, it's technically faulty hardware. So you're either entitled to a refund, or you've got to test out what the actual issue is. So after looking at this for you guys on live stream, I'm going to put my money on it's the CPU. Just going to say that. Or potentially the BIOS voltages aren't high enough. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, well, it's a big deal if you're streaming and your webcam or capture card drops out. Exactly. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, that's extreme. That's, I mean, I got an Intel, I got an Intel system streaming, you know. So that's no one doing. It's like, hey, if you're streaming or you're doing a capture card, just go get an Intel system. But that's not. That's like that's. Just get some Xeons. Yeah, they'll never fail. You just get some Xeons. But it doesn't take that away from the fact that if there are these issues, you have to get to the bottom of them quickly, because yes, people pay, especially on X570, especially if they're buying the latest Ryzen 5000 series chips. You have to get on top of this quickly. And now I can only just guess what the problem is, like literally for you guys looking at this on live stream. I can cover this topic for you and make a guess, and that's all I can do. So my money's on either faulty CPU or bad, could be BIOS problem or voltage on the actual not being supplied enough to the SoC. So that would be my 3 if I had to say it for you guys live. But is there a problem? Yeah, if enough people have been reporting on the issue, then yeah, definitely it is a problem. Another thing is too, here's another kicker. If you're using X570, are you using with a real mediocre power supply? And this is what we talked about recently. We've went on this whole tirade. There's way too many. Okay, so Riono said, if you read the comments on the official announcement that AMD made on Reddit, you'll see that there is way too many affected users. Okay, I don't think it's faulty hardware, because if so, holy, yeah. I mean, if it's faulty, look, if it's faulty hardware, yikes, that's all I'm gonna say, but let's not go there. Let's just hope it's not that. Let's really not hope it's that. Like, if that's faulty hardware, then damn, dude, damn. That's all I'm gonna say, really damn. You're right with that comment. So there's way too many affected users on Reddit. There we go. We got Piloso, ARS 100. What currency is ARS? I have not heard that. Love your content. Greetings from Argentina.
Peso.
Was it Argentina?
Argentine peso.
Sweet. We got a viewer in from Argentina, man. Thank you so much. Argentina. Thank you. How you doing in Argentina? It's one country I really want to go to. I really want to go to Argentina for some reason. I just really want to go there. It's that place. I've met people from Argentina, I think, and they're lovely people. So that's probably why I want to go there. Yeah, I don't know why I said Argentine initially. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I think, yeah. Hey, look, don't ever like. I'm not the best when it comes to pronouncing certain words. I mean, people took my German intros, that when I did the German intro, people took that serious. I love it when people in the comments like, bro, it's not this, and they're getting so serious about it. Like, guys, that's Aussie humor. It's called stirring the pot. So like when I'm making a joke like that, like it is, welcome and Brian, my name is. That's German for my name is Brian. Welcome to the channel. But it's not at all. So AMD, man. Okay, let's just hope that they've got their, let's just hope that this can be fixed with a BIOS update. But again, one thing I was before we got like before I got sidetracked and the brain went off in yonder, one thing I will say about this whole issue with the X570 stuff right here is that one thing you can do is, if you do test it with a really high quality power supply, and then do test it with a mediocre dumpster dive, even a dumpster power supply. That'll give you some answers pretty quickly as well, whether it's a voltage issue, because you put a really bad power supply on that X570 and CPU and stuff like that. Like, not really bad, but just one with pretty high ripple, and then one that's got like really like good ripple, low ripple. That can give you answers as well. So that's one thing, like diagnosing problems is actually like, it's one thing that I love and do, because a lot of it comes down to trial and error. And then you're like, okay, that's the problem. We've nailed it there. So, so we got, bam, we got a MetaMed, bam. Bosnia, thanks for the content. Greetings from Bosnia. we got donated 10 bam. Thank you. Yeah, that's a wicked currency acronym. That's the best I've heard yet. Hey, dude, you better pay that for, give me 100 bam. I love it. I love it. So that's awesome. You guys are cool. Yeah, a lot of you guys from, like, the funny thing is, like, I think one of my biggest viewer bases now is from the Philippines. That's really cool. I was like, wow. So, like, I guess as the audience grows, we're getting more of, like, people who are enthusiastic about just the used price performance scene. And it's just awesome. You guys are coming in from all parts of the world. Yeah, we got some viewers from Venezuela. I actually in talks with someone on email from Venezuela, because I do want to do a story and a piece on Venezuela, because I think a lot of the world would like to know just some of the risks that can happen, especially with hyperinflation. Inflation's been a big topic on, inflation itself has been a big topic. I'm sure that's on a lot of people's minds, actually, inflation. A lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people don't know what's going to happen. I think you just don't know, right? You just don't know. And then the people are talking about hyperinflation and stuff like that. And we're seeing it, like, look, at the moment, I can definitely see, like, we can go on to quickly. I guess at the moment, we're going to talk about economics, because it's always good to see what's going to happen, and you guys in the comments, what your thoughts are. But, wait, isn't the 3060 isn't better than a 2070? Wait, the 3060 isn't better than a 2070 Super. Yeah, I mean, like it's, yeah.
You'll see tonight.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't include the 2070, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll get an idea of where it is anyway. So,
as for the 329 3060s, I've sent that to you on Facebook. If you want to pull it up.
was it the what?
Just open up your tech.
What am I opening? Hold on. What,
Yeah, don't tell that you made screen.
what is it? What is it?
On Facebook, on Newegg, the GPU Prices.
Oh, why don't I open it up? Like, why can't I open up live? What's...
I mean, just like pull up what's the name.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about opening it from Yeah, true. You don't want to pull up Facebook on live stream. Yeah, that's right.
But I've got
Okay.
images there.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll pull it up. If my internet would actually get around. Aussie internet, guys. We just got some technical difficulties here, because Aussie internet's so slow. Okay, we got it here. 329. Okay, these aren't photoshopped?
No, I don't think so. Because there's two other ones as well.
Okay, so this is what's going on right now is... why am I pulling up the... Okay, guys, you have to bear with me here. I'm a little bit... I'm not going to say the word, because you can't even say that word now. I'm a little bit R-E-T-A, yeah. Isn't that a word you can't even...
Can't you say slow?
I'm a little bit slow, yeah. I'm a little bit slow to... I'm a little bit slothed. Okay, anyway. Slow, that's me, guys. I'm slow right now. So, okay, so we got we'll pull up the rest of the images. So apparently there's a few images that are here, and they're showing us these price tags. Man, I'm so like, okay, so guys, just hang with us for a sec. While I'm streaming, my browser's like, okay, so we got that one there. We got one more here. I'm gonna give up soon, dude. Okay, 329. This is my Facebook. Okay, Facebook's like open, so I don't want to touch that. Otherwise, I'll show all the contacts and stuff. All right, so we got here 329, out of stock. So this is apparently what came up for the 3060s. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, if you can get one of these at 329, then definitely do like just no
There
brainer.
could be arbitrary pricing before launch.
Yeah, so there's no stock, whatever.
No, like sometimes they just put generic prices. They don't actually.
Ah, okay, so there's just the generic
It
prices.
could be.
I did hear there was on Reddit. There was a guy with the 3060 Ti from EVGA. He got one for like a good price, $410. Yeah, through like a. So kudos to EVGA, like live stream, man. Kudos to EVGA for taking care of people in that way. Like
Not
not.
only that, but apparently they sell off like manufactured direct, like really good prices.
Yeah, so kudos to EVGA for not scalping people. That's actually some really good news that's come in. Yeah, like that one's awesome. So anyway, let's get back to the questions, guys. You guys make the live stream. So we talked about the AMD issues, but yeah, that one's a sort of story in the making. That one's a story in the making because if it's big enough, I'll cover it. I mean, keep in mind, this is one thing about reviewers as well. I have not bought any 5,000 chips off the shelves yet. I will say that. I'll be honest. I'll say, look, I've only got review sample 5,000 chips. Now, usually with the review sample 5,000 series chips, they are going to be cherry picked. Like they're going to make sure they work before the reviewers get these things. So in the case of the 3100 that I received, perhaps they were like, oh yeah, it's a 3100. It's just doesn't matter if it's a review sample or not. So maybe I just got like unlucky there. But we got here a question from Delton as well. Why is the LG OLED 48 inch so expensive, $30 less than the 55 inch? I heard it was just in the manufacturing process and the way they like cut up the OLED panels or something like that, in that it ends up being more expensive due to the production. It's in the assembly line. It just ends up being more expensive. Like on that note, if oh wow, okay, is my stream stuttering or something? Okay, because apparently it's in 4K. Oops.
Is it?
At least the bit rate.
1440.
Okay, well at least the bit rate's right. Okay, well, hey, as long as the audio's good, I'm good. As long as the audio's good, I'm good. So. Yeah, so the OLED, just go for the 55 inch. I use the 55 inch CX. It's the best thing you can get. And at least with inflation, it hasn't inflated the OLEDs yet. At least in Australia, you can still get the 55 inch CX OLED for a decent price. So that's in 2021, at least you can get something that hasn't just gone through the roof. And you know, so here we go. So it's set to 1440p max. Okay, no stutter. Awesome. You guys are loving the 1440p streams. Well, 1440p it is then. From here on in, we're doing 1440p streams. That's the census from now on. So I'm just going through some questions, guys. We'll pull up some juicy topics. I'm just brainstorming what the next question is going to be. I have a 10400 with 16 gigabytes of 3200 hertz. That's pretty slow memory. Do you think that would be enough to match with the 3060? Yeah, definitely, dude. Like, easy. You can put a 3060 Ti, 3070 with a 10400. 10400 is a solid CPU. Very, very solid CPU. You just got to make sure that the motherboard you match it with can support the 3200 megahertz. If not, go for 2066 tight timings on that memory. So that's what you got to go for. So we'll just jump over to chat now, and unless you guys have any more hot breaking stories that are in the works, then we will cover them live here for you. So we'll pull up some of the chat.
PC World confirmed pricing.
What's this for? Sorry,
Ben Jones.
what do you say?
PC World has just confirmed that they're releasing 3060 for 450. I don't know if that's euro or pound.
450. Okay. So yeah, they're releasing it for $450 or pounds.
It's either pounds or euro. I don't know. Because I got it wrong
Okay.
last time.
All right. So Ben, just state it again if you can. What? Ben Jones. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be 400 plus, 400 USD plus. So, so we got donated from $5 from RC from NYC from New York City. Hey Brian, hello chat, first time stream viewer. Do you think the Nvidia P106 cards are worth buying now for the retro gaming HD PC setups? My opinion on P106 is that they are useless cards for gamers. And the reason being is the drivers, man. I tried the P106 and I got it to work. And the problem is that you need to keep getting a hacked driver. And so once they sell all those P106s, they just give up on supporting and doing the hacked driver. And so when a new game comes out that needs a new driver, the game just doesn't work on the P106. But that being said, if you can get a P106 cheap enough and you just want to play older titles and you can link it up with the CPU, like a Intel like 3rd gen or 4th gen or something like that, then it can represent some good value for money. Just know if you want to play like latest multiplayer titles, even like Fortnite or something gets an update, you could be at mercy of it just not working properly at all with the P106. So that's the risks you take with that. I mean, I've just seen them. I just didn't like, and especially for me, because I'm flipping PCs, I would never flip a PC with a P106. It would just be a nightmare if someone had to reinstall a driver, the config gets lost, hey, my PC doesn't work anymore. You'd just be dealing with issues after issues. So that's why, like, so the P106, yeah, just know it's a very acquired sort of niche taste, and it will require a bit of headaches to get it to work and stuff like that. But once it's working, it can work for older stuff. That's just my opinion with that one. So we got Rick Sanchez for £2. We got here. Sup, yes, man. What should I be asking for 27990s? Okay, so you're selling the cards individually. And sup, I'm pretty good, man. What's up? I'm pretty good. But for a 7990, man, I haven't dealt with a 7990 in a while. I mean, you'd probably get, like, just being real, you'd probably get maybe $120 for one now if you were in the US. $100. I mean, they got a bit of novelty value too, so I mean, maybe they're going for more in the US. That's the thing, but I wouldn't pay any more than 100 USD for one because they are a toaster oven. 7990s are hot running cards. So that's the dual. From memory, that's the dual 7970s or 7950s, was it? Can you check that out, dude? Yo, dude, can you check out if 7990s at 27950s or 27970s? Justin Parrish, $4.99, don't know. Have you seen what Radeon 7s are going for on eBay? Sold for parts at original retail and used around 2,000 USD. Oh no, we can check that out quickly. I haven't seen what Radeon 7s have been going for. Sorry, I've just been pulling up the chat on this monitor so it doesn't look like I'm like looking away like over at yonder. Hey guys, what's going on? We got a live stream right here. Anyway, let's get this pricing up. Radeon 7 VR.
It looks like it's 7970.
Okay.
Like the closest match.
Okay.
But it's not a direct.
Oh wow, there is someone selling one for like there is someone selling one for like 2,000 from Canada. Yeah, I mean, completed listings too is a good idea. Yeah, we'll have a look there. More filters. Show. Okay, guys, just bear with me here. We'll take a look what these sold for. So 1,000. So one sold for $1,000. This is on eBay.com. Another sold for $800 on Freebid. Another one did sell for $1,800. Wow. Okay, $2,000. Wow. Okay, man, that's some discrepancy right there. Not working. So that one wasn't working for parts. As is. So, okay, so these guys are selling them like potentially not working and they're getting $800 to $1,000 for them. Yikes. And then the working ones are going for $2,000. Wow. Not working. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. That's it. The only reason someone's buying a Radeon 7 is for crypto mining. That's the only reason someone's buying one for. Again, yeah, this crypto, man, like, stop printing out money. Stop printing money. Stop. There we go. Governments worldwide, stop printing goddamn money. This is what happens. People just have money. They borrow money with their reckless borrowing, reckless spending. What the... Man. Like...
Actually, is that the most powerful card that's Mac compatible? That's what I'm thinking.
Hey?
is this the most compatible Mac?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I just think it's a printer. Like you don't. If you're buying for a Mac, $800 for a dud. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in my Mac.
No, I mean like, why else would somebody buy a last gen card?
Yeah, but not working. I'm just gonna put this dud graphics card in my mud. Yeah, in my Mac or in my mud. Yeah, we'll just call it mud.
$400 dud.
It's just like, yeah, there's no argument there, man. It's all crypto miners. There it is. Have you ever seen me rant? It's about printing money. Yeah, like, it's just, I think this is, yeah, I don't know what they want to do with this stuff, man, with the printer going. Like, how's this? The RBA governor of Australia, Philip Lowe, he was nervous about quantitative easing. Now, why would you get nervous about something? I'll tell you why you get nervous about rolling up the printer. I'll tell you why you get nervous about starting the printer up. Let me tell you, Philip Lowe, you get nervous because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. That's what. That's why you get nervous. And yeah, this $2,000 for a graphics card. $2,000. Yeah, the money printer just going non-stop. And that is the real problem. I think that is the root cause of all this crap right now. Cryptocurrency is going through the roof. Everything just going, pricing out a whole generation. If you guys have kids, I feel like me, man, the generation, these guys have no hope of getting any assets, of working for anything. Like, what a joke. Jeez. Anyway, sorry, you won't see me rant. You won't see me rant much, but man, after seeing this, like, I mean, how else do you, like, it's frustrating, right? Like, looking at this stuff. You don't have a graphics card go up 300% and it's old.
Retail on.
Yeah. I have a son, yeah. So Mark S, I do have a son, yeah. So, and I can't even see him now because of this whole crap going on worldwide. And I really do want to see him. I guess that's another, man, my frustrations are coming out on live stream. They have been pented up for a little while. So, yeah. But yeah, let's just tell the government, like, why stop here? Let's just get the money, like, let's just print out as much money as possible. Like, let's just get this printer out and just non-stop. Like, who cares about economics? Who cares about productivity? Let's just start printing.
Right.
So anyway.
Isn't the Radeon VII 700 retail?
Yeah.
So why are people buying it at...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 250% markup or whatever. Yeah. That's crypto miners. That's just printed money going into crypto. People want to mine crypto, so they pay.
Scout price for like a 6900 XT instead?
No, it doesn't mine as good as the Radeon 7, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Radeon 7 is the best AMD card for mining.
Wow.
And there's miners that are dedicated towards AMD graphics cards. So there's like Team Red Miner and all this stuff that will give you more hash rates. So it's a good mining, it's AMD's best mining card. That's why. And it does have good power efficiency too, because it's on 7 nanometer. So yeah. Anyway, yep, that's it. Just like, look, why stop here? Governments, why stop here? Let's just get the that's what they're saying. Get the helicopters, fill them up with cash, and let's just keep dropping cash all over the city. That's gonna solve all our problems, right? Fantastic. There we go. Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get back to, let's get back to some good news right here. Oh man, so that link on the Radeon 7, yeah, sorry, that just blew me off the handle. That card is not worth anywhere near $2 grand. So we got a donation of SAC 50 from Sweden. Okay, thank you, Kenny. Kenny Smallman, thank you. GTX 764 gigabyte, any good. Greetings from Sweden. The GTX 764 gigabyte will do the job, man. Like, if you just want to play StarCraft 2, a bit of StarCraft 2, get you through some of these, a bit of Fortnite, whatever your jam is on multiplayer titles, the 760 will do a decent job. And that's why, like, lately, I'm just suggesting people sort of like, don't buy this overpriced crap. Or maybe go buy it because it might be worth 10 grand at the rate the governments are going to print out money at. So at the moment, I don't have the answers for you guys, but yeah, like, it's just all cash drops everywhere. And it's like, for the guys that work hard and save their money, they're getting screwed left, right, and center. That's what's happening right now. So thank you, governments. And that's what I mean, the younger generation, they got no hope of getting assets now. So that's why it's just really like, ugh. Anyway, we covered this in, what video did we cover this in? Like, it's basically one of those things where the people who get the money first benefit first. So institutional banks getting the cheaper money, investment firms, investment arms, yeah, investment arms, all that stuff, they're getting that cheap money first. They're the ones that are going to benefit most out of this stimulus. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Crypto farms who have rich investors are buying up all the GPUs. Let's be real here, guys. Let's be real. They're getting all that funding, that cheap money straight up, bang. They get it before anyone else. You know, you want to make a fair system on printing money. How about you give the average citizen with an income level under a certain level access to borrow that money before an institution, for an investment bank? Why do the investment banks get first dibs on this money? I'll tell you why. Because the whole system's rigged. That's why. Anyway. Ugh. Frustrated. Sorry, guys. Frustrated. Yeah. This blew me off the handle, the Radeon VII price. Blew me off the handle because I know exactly what's going on with it all. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway. Finance. Studying it all. Let's go with some questions. No one's got any questions. I think everyone's like, damn. Just dropped a truth bomb on this live stream, you know? So, I want Bitcoin to fail. I will laugh my ass off when it does. I mean, Bitcoin. I mean, it's in one way, it's a bad thing. In one way, it's a good thing. I mean, look, it is in ways like what people say is true. It is a hedge against what the governments are doing with the printers. But in other ways, it's a band-aid to a broken system as well. That's, yeah. So that tech is city. You know, inflation is hidden tax. Yeah, definitely. It is hidden tax, exactly. Because you basically, the value of your savings is going down, and it's going down. It depends on how quick the inflation is, but it can go down at a rapid rate. So they want kind of like that 70s, 80s-esque inflation back. But the thing about the 70s and 80s was it was natural. It wasn't printed money. So Josh R for the $5 dono. Thank you so much. Sup, dude? I'm doing pretty good besides the rant. I have some PCs with i5 6500 MSI motherboards and 600 watt power supplies, no GPUs. Would you wait for the GPU market to settle or part out the builds now? Just try and get some high VRAM. If you want to flip the builds, try and get some high VRAM parts in there, like a GTX 770 4GB. You'll be able to flip it and make a little bit of bank right now too, because I just think the prices of GPUs are through the roof, but you can get those GPUs, especially the 4GB cards. And you notice I said 4GB there. 4GB and under is definitely your take on getting a GPU for a decent price right now and then flipping it on the used market, because it's just that undercurrent system now. That's what I'm seeing. There's this undercurrent where gamers can actually get decent prices if they target 4 GB and under. So that's that one. Anyway, Johnny Sins for the Ron from Romania. Man, we got all sorts of donations. This has been the most diverse stream in terms of donations and money. I thought I heard a lot of these currencies in the world, but then some Bam was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And then we got Ron. So you could name your kid Ron and say, hey, give me 50 Ron. He'd be confused. He's like, I'm the only Ron. I mean, I meant the currency, dude. Anyway, greetings from Romania. Things aren't great here either. I search for PC Garage and look at prices. The average wage is 4,000 RON, and we usually pay 20% more. So what is the average wage? Like 4,000 RON to USD. So how much the average wage is so $1,000 a month. Okay. So is that a monthly figure at $1,000? So the average wage is 1,000 USD a month in Romania. Okay, and then you got, well, it's hard for these guys to get PC parts. So if they make $1,000 a month and there's $600 for a graphics card now because it's overpriced, I feel sorry for them. That's hard. That's tough. You know, this whole situation is just like, you see it just makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, man. It's like, it's not a system that works for the average person at all. It's so broken. And it's like, and it's just marred with crap, like marred. Like, I would go down conspiracy avenue, but I'll probably save it for later. Like off live stream. Maybe if we'll do it on the Patreon vlog or something. I'll do it on the Patreon vlog. I will go down Conspiracy Avenue for you guys because I do see what's going on now. And I sort of like, I can see what's going on. It's just sad, man. Like, anyway, Kevin Burnell. Thank you, dude. Here's a patron as well. Thank you for the $20. $19.99. Cheers, Brian. What are your thoughts on the RTX 3060 only being as good as the RTX 2060 Super? Yeah, tonight we'll find out. I mean, I'm going to say, like, judged on what I've seen, I think it's a little bit better than a 2060 Super. Judged on what I've seen on other articles and stuff, I think it's a little bit better than a 2060 Super. Yeah. So, okay, anyway. But in terms of, like, maybe a 2070 Super, yeah. So, like, anyway. That's just like, so yeah, there's a 3060. Anyway, we got Capec 23, $4.99. Thanks for the donation. I have 2 faulty GPUs I want to send for Ken Tech Yes Fix It episodes. One is RX 580 4GB and the other is RTX 2080 Ti. Yeah, man, sure. The PO box should be in the Ken Yes Fix It episodes in the description, brother. And thanks for the donation. Yeah, send them over and we'll take a look at them. We'll gear up for a next Ken Yes Fix It. You know, Ken Yes Fix It, parts hunting. This is the stuff that's keeping me happy right now. Just happy. Happy times. That's what's keeping me happy right now. We got Romanian dollars. So thanks for the donation, man. How much was that? 4,000. So was it 50 RON? 12. Thanks for the $12, dude. Thanks for $12.50. That was awesome. Okay, go back to the chat. Get back to the chat. Any pressing concerns? Any pressing concerns, guys? This is your live stream. This is the people's live stream. Tetsu, $5. Thanks so much for the donation. Greetings from the US. Absolutely hate these prices on literally everything right now. Would an i5 4590 and an RX 470 be great 1080p gaming? Yeah, that'd be solid, man. Great combo right there. Especially if all you want to do is play those, as we said before, easy to play title. That's going to give you some good FPS. Go with that, especially the 4GB model. You're not going to be getting ripped off at least too much. So that is definitely a good way to go right now. So Johnny Winter DKK 50 krona, something krona. Yeah, Danish krona, yeah. Danish krona DKK. Thanks for the donation, my man. There was no question attached or anything like that, but hey, man, Danish krona. Gotta love it. Isn't it the Swedish krona as well? The Swedish krona, Danish krona. Is it the Norwegian krona? Currencies, man. This is turning into a currency stream. Yo, Brian, what do you think's gonna happen, man? I think okay. So here's my little. I think what's gonna happen is the Swede franc is gonna go down against the Aussie dollar. I think the Aussie dollar right now as well. This is another thing too. Aussie dollar is out of control right now. Everybody wants an Aussie dollar. It's like, can I get an Aussie dollar, dude? Can I get an Aussie dollar? I heard Australia, Aussie dollar. So going through the roof. Aussie dollars, man. Everybody wants an Aussie dollar right now. So Johnny Synth, 10 RON. Search for PC Garage and take a look at prices. Okay, we'll do this. We'll wind up the live stream, but we'll take a look at PC Garage Romania. PC Garage Romania. We'll take a look at what is going on. .ro. Cannot, sorry if I, Cooler Cardu. I know that's a CPU cooler, I'm guessing. I cannot read the rest of this, but let's have a look at RTX. What do we got here? I'm not a robot. No, I'm not a robot, man. Oh, come on, PC Garage. It's probably like, this guy's from Australia. Yeah, he's a robot. Bro, it's locking me out. Won't let me in. Try-mite. I'm try-miting. I'm trying my might to get, okay, we got in. The internet, like, I'm guessing Romania to Australia is like one of the longest paths of internet you'll ever have to take in your life. So let's have a look. RTX, hit me. Quarter, that's search. Okay, so I've learnt 2 words. Trimite is accept, quarter is search. Trimite, quarter, accept the search. I'm starting to learn language. Okay, so they want for an RTX 3070. Let's just pull up the Asus Dual right here. Okay, let's pull up an Asus Dual, right? RTX, we're in Romania now. Where this live stream's going, I have no idea. We got 51 SEK. We got more from Kenny Smallman. He's 51 SEK. Thank you so much. I just wanted to donate more than the potato Danish, Sweden forever. We got a bit of a currency war now going on the live stream.
5099.
Oh, we got some currency. So currently Sweden is in top spot, guys. Sweden is the best of the krona currencies, apparently. We got shampoo time, Aussie $2. Yo, you didn't pick up the 5070 from me in Brisbane. Ah, I will come and pick that up from you next time, brother. Sorry, I did forget. Actually, I'm gonna apologize live stream. People locally message me, and I do apologize. Like 2 weeks later, I'm like, yeah, I'll pick that up later this month, and I just completely forget. Mind blank. Mind blank tech. I remember mind blank tech. Mind blank tech and mind blank tech, man. I remember mind blank tech. What happened to mind blank tech? He was like all about the Ryzen memory. He was like, Ryzen memory, man, you get a 3600 megahertz. I was like, yeah, mind blank tech. What happened to mind blank tech? Anyway, I have a mind blank myself anyway. So Johnny Winter, DKK50, Johnny Winter in Denmark, a 1050 Ti goes for over 300 Aussie. Ouch. Okay. Kanyaza 2021, $10. What GPU gives you nostalgia? Is there one you remember that has a nice design or a memorable box shroud stickers? Ooh. Yeah, the Mars cards. Yeah, Mars cards. Bang. That's it. Mars cards. Done. There it is. The GTX Mars cards, man. I'm actually... GTX 580 Mars. Ooh, it was not. It was huge, man. GTX 580 Mars. Yeah, okay, I'll pull that up, but we'll check out how much a GPU costs in Romania first. That's about... So 5099, I'm guessing it's like 1300 US?
US?
Yeah, just judged on what I saw with the average salary.
1270.
Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, 1270 for an RTX 3070. Man, that's from a retailer too. I did. Okay, you guys, look, the 1200 Aussie dollar price tag we've got going on with an RTX 3070 right now is bad, but this is worse. I do feel sorry for you guys over Romania. That sucks. Oh man, PC gaming. So let's pull up the GTX 580 Mars. Wow, you know my GTX 580 Mars is probably worth like $1 million at this rate, eh? Here's this paper money, Brian. It's useless. Give me that GTX 580 Mars. Okay. GTX 580 Mars. Here it is right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, fellas. That is the GTX 580. It's a massive graphics card, like absolutely huge, this thing. And this was back in the day when GPUs were small. Like now this thing would, oh, there's Linus. Look at Linus holding it too. I wonder if Linus, I hope he still has one of these things because they're a collector's item now. That's the GTX 580 Mars. So I hope he still kept that one.
3 8-pins.
It was legit. Like it was the first real massive out of this planet GPU, man. You held they used like industrial level fans on it. That's how good it was. This one's like my before anyone else. Like I never used that word well.
Look how dense everything is.
It's huge, man.
Know that?
Yeah. Like this was, yeah, it's a special card for a few other reasons. But yeah, that's the one that gives me nostalgia. So we're going back to questions here. 4570. Too much of a bottleneck paired with a 1650 Super. No, it's about right. It depends on the game though. The 4570 may, especially if it's single thread dependent, may come into a little bit of issues. But for what it's worth, it's going to be a decent combo. I've tested this in the past, I think, with a 4440 or something, and it has done pretty well. Hey Brad, what CPU would you recommend for CSGO? I have a 240Hz monitor and 3770K. I'm hitting average 200 FPS and I'm looking to upgrade the CPU. What would you recommend? CSGO, man, I haven't done enough testing, but you want to get 240, right? Do you want to get 240 or just want to get maximum FPS? Because I think the 5000 series does the best on CSGO. I think the 5600X is going to be like the CSGO king. I know the 5800X I tested was the king, but that's going to have a bit of a premium over the 5600X. So, yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought. 5th gen. Like if you want max FPS, you just want to get above 240 FPS. You can go with like maybe even like a 10400F should be able to do it fine. That's a cheap upgrade. So I have a leftover 1660 Ti and a 1660 Super. Should I hold or sell? If you got them left over, sell right now. Sell into this sell into this market, man. It's a seller's market right now. When it's a seller's market, you sell. Like, that's just what I know from economics. If it's a seller's market, you sell. That's generally how you do it. So yeah, I'd sell you if you got spare cards. I mean, as well, try and like not like, if you can, try and not like completely rip people off. That'd be all right too, because it's just, yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to make it premium, but like, it's just ridiculous. Something like $2,000 for a Radeon 7, man. Like, yeah. Anyway, we got a donation here from Mendoza Zodanam for the PHP 500 Philippine pesos. Would that be about $25? Thank you so much for the donation. I tried to build and donate 2 PCs to small schools to small schools a year. 2019 was able to donate 4 4th Gen i7 PCs due to pandemic. I'm only able to build 2 2nd Gen i5s. Hopefully everything is good with you. Much love from the Philippines. You guys over in the Philippines are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the donation, and thank you so much for just donating to small schools and stuff like that. I got to get back on my donation game as well. It definitely does bring a smile to your face. For me personally, this is a scary thing. I had so many troubles just trying to give away PCs to schools in my area. The regulations here in Australia were just like crazy to the point where the regulations were just like out of this planet crazy, where I was really having a hard time just giving away stuff, which was very weird. So it's great to hear that news, man. I've got to get on my giveaway game too. And I think like, I don't know, like in ways I don't like giving away publicly. I do give away and I do show what I do give away publicly, like sometimes, but like I like giving away just behind the scenes. It's really cool. Like you're just helping your public, your community where you live. And I think, in the long term, it's an investment too. You're just helping people out. Everyone gets along. It's funny because in Australia, like where I'm at in Australia, I've had a few people move up from New South Wales, and they're like, man, I love it up here on the Gold Coast. I love it in Queensland. People are just like, people can just have a conversation with each other. I'm like, yeah, like when you see me pick up used parts, I think a lot of people are surprised because they see what I do on the used parts hunts and they see the atmosphere and like the way things get done where I'm at in Southeast Queensland. And that's how everyone is here. People are pretty chill. Like, you just go pick up a PC part and you can meet with the person. Sometimes I've even had beers with just random people that I pick PC parts off. Or they come over here and they buy a PC and we're just having beers. That's sort of like that culture. I want to keep that. And the way you keep that where you live is by just being real. Like if you've got, if you're coming into a good part, you're just coming into a good, a good slice of pie, you give some back sort of thing. But I think the problem nowadays is that like not many people want to give much of the pie back. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're finishing off with that's good news. We're gonna keep on the positive train here. So Alan C-B, Canadian $5. Thanks for the donation. Hello, my fellow Commonwealth member, saying how you doing, mate? From Toronto, Canada, eh? It is from Canada. I think I'm working on my Canadian voice. That's not it? Nope. Come on, you got to give me some leeway here. Got to give me a little bit of leeway here.
85%.
Okay, I'm at 85%. You guys let me know in the chat how percentage-wise I am to being Canadian. I'm getting kind of close. Yes, I'm gonna feel like you're kind of close, man. I'm not bad. I feel like, damn, man, you can pass. I'm going to Canada. I'm going to Canada, guys. I'm going to Canada when the borders open up. That's a French Canadian. Hey, at least, I'll take that.
That is very French Canadian.
I'll take that. I'll take it. It's still Canadian. You sound like more Ohio, USA. Oh man, I would have to see that. I'd have to go through do a massive road trip and record voices from all those areas, then study them, because you just I guess the guys growing up in US and Canada, they're exposed to all the different accents through TV shows, and we didn't grow up on we grew up on Aussie drama. Yeah, Aussie drama where you got a bogan and you're like, hey, he's the bogan. And then everyone has cultivated accents. Oh, you're looking fantastic today. Is my accent cultivated enough for you? Cultivated accent. That's it. You need the The cultivated accent. Hello, I'm from Australia. You don't sound Australian, mate. But I'm from Australia. I'm just from the rich part of society. Keep practicing those accents. Stephen K with the Aussie $5 donor. Thank you so much, man. That's the Aussie dollary do. So what's your best American accent? American. What is my best American accent, dude? I'm going to give it to you right now. And if it ain't good enough for you, then I'm going to go make myself right now actually, an advertisement. Not an advertisement like they do in Aussie, an advertisement. That's what I'm going to do right now. Right now. You have to get into it. Right? So, but that's, usually when we close off usually when we're closing off the stream, we go a little bit, accent, like, I mean, look, last time I did it, man, I completely, it was bad like the last live stream I did it. It was bad. I was trying to do, like, what was I trying to do? Like, Indian or Mexican or it was just, I can't even go there. I don't even have any practice really. So, and then the German, I tried the German one and it did not work. Hey, it didn't work. Yeah. The thing is, I know a guy called Wolfgang. That's a full German name. Yeah. Does anyone out there know a guy called Wolfgang in the comments? Is there a guy called Wolfgang? Yeah, bro, he's part of the Wolf Gang. That's what I mean. What a cool name. He's part of the gang of wolves. What?
Is there like a different meaning to Wolf Gang?
I don't know. Try Arab. How do I, how? Okay.
Really enunciate your K's.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. Anyway, guys, accents. I'll work on accents. If you guys have a majority request, I'll work on it. And then I'll present it in the next live stream. That's how we're going to do things. Because last time before this time we did it, it was fail. And I'm not going there again. You fail once, it's okay. You fail twice doing the same thing, that's when there's a problem. That's when there's a real problem. So you guys let me know what accent you want for the next episode of the Tech Yes live stream coming at you in early March. And also, if you guys got, it's good, man. If you guys got topics as well, hot topics, I'll follow up this AMD story for you guys as well. I'll speak to a few retailers, especially. I'll find out what is going on from the retailers with the AMD issue. Because I think there is a little bit, I mean, in terms of GPU prices right now, absolutely messed up. That's not going away anywhere. GPU prices are just going to continue to be messed up. As we see here, Romania, you guys wow. So you've got to work. Basically, if you save money, you're going to have to work, half a year or something to get a graphics card. That's ridiculous, man. Half a year just to buy a GPU. It's going to last you 3 years. I just feel sorry for this. It's getting ridiculous. So yeah, that's, anyway, prices. So there was that. Okay. 500 series motherboards. That was the issue. So we're going to follow up on this for you guys. Ask around. If retailers have it going on, then we are going to check it out in the next live stream, okay? And we'll tell you what the go is. If you guys want to see a dedicated video, but I haven't come into anything personally that's been like, okay, this is really bad sort of thing. So we'll keep it going though. But as people said, if a USB port drops out while you're streaming, that is actually really bad. So I guess I'm not even like,
Well, I doubt it'd be like it turns off when you're using the PC. It'd probably just on a boot, it wouldn't have connectivity.
Yeah, I mean, let's follow this one down. But one last question I'll raise as well. What accent do they want me to work on? But one last question I'll raise is this happening on many different models of motherboards, like X570 MSI, Asus, Gigabyte? So is it happening across all the different brands?
They've also got different timers for the PCI circuit. So
yeah. Well, then that's kind of pointing to the CPU.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wind up this live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are all the MVPs out there, each and every one of you. Let's keep. We're gonna, sooner or later, we're gonna have to make a whole new society, Tech Yes City, actual city, where we have people who come in. There's gonna be no printers going. No printers. We're gonna be it's gonna be a world where people can. I don't know. That's what I mean. We've got to find the location. Any billionaire investors out there want to come along? Yeah, just start a city with us. Like, yo, just contact me via email. Any billionaires, we'll just start an experiment. Yeah, we'll start an experiment, man. We'll start an experiment. We'll make a new city, Tech Yes City. Actually, like, make it a place. So yeah, if any billionaire investors out there, just contact me, hit me up. Let's do it. So, okay. So billionaire investors, I'm calling you. Let's start Tech Yes City. Let's start it, okay? Let's make this real. And there's going to be no money printers. That's going to be banned. Money printers are banned. Okay. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much all for tuning in. I love each and every one of you guys. Stay tuned for some, stay tuned for the review tonight as well. We got the review of the RTX 3060 coming out. And then we've also got some other cool content coming, hitting your sub boxes very soon. And if you stayed this far, well, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got some awesome stuff coming. Make sure you hit that sub button, ring that bell. And thank you guys so much once again. It's going out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!